Okay, welcome everyone. Welcome to the 297th meeting of Toastmasters of Delhi. Here at Toastmasters of Delhi, we provide supportive learning environment where the members are empowered to develop public speaking skills and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. So let me present some of the ground rules. Please, please avoid talking about religion, sex, and politics. In case of any technical glitches, you can contact the host of the meeting. If you are going to deliver a speech, please have an audio video check before you start speaking. If you are not speaking, please keep yourself on mute. Please avoid typing anything in the chat box as it can distract the speaker. If you are a regular Toastmaster, please add TM in front of your name. If you are playing a role, please add the name of the role in front of your name so as it becomes easier to identify the regular Toastmasters and the role players. If you are a Toastmaster and you are transferring the control or the virtual stage to another Toastmaster, please do it by displaying a high five or a namaste. Last but not the least, please guys, be on camera. We are practicing public speaking here, so it's very important to see the faces of the audience. So whoever who's not on camera, please take a moment and please come on camera. So I can see Ashish is not on camera. Irfan is not on camera. Bhavna, please come on camera. We want to see you. It has been a long time that we haven't seen you. Mukesh, please come on camera. Khushbu, please come on camera. I can see Khushbu has joined from two devices, if I'm not wrong. Okay, thanks a lot. And today's theme is something that is need of the hour, how to cope up with anxiety. And I can go on and on this theme. And I think we would be discussing and would be learning a lot about anxiety in our first section. But before that, I would be calling on here, very charming presiding officer, DTM Shahid. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nupur. Oh, sorry. Thank you, Toastmaster Simranjeet. I believe Nupur has joined us. Nupur, would you like to take over as the presiding officer? I guess she's on mute or maybe she's traveling, so I'll not bother her once again. Okay. Good afternoon, Toastmasters and my dear friends and guests. I suddenly said something. I said Toastmasters and my dear friends. Did I get confused? No, actually, I did not get confused. Because for me, Toastmasters are above friends. If there is a choice between me going to a party with my friends and there is a Toastmasters meeting, I'll choose the Toastmasters meeting. Other than that, if my friend is in need, I'll definitely go for that particular person and not for the Toastmasters. And if a friend of mine is a Toastmaster as well as a friend, then it is a double whammy for me. Thank you so much for listening to my PJs. Now I am going to start this beautiful meeting of number 297. As the presiding officer, my first role is to bring in all the guests to make them comfortable. So the best way to make a comfortable guest comfortable is to ask them who they are and why they have joined us and what is it in their passion to be as Toastmasters. So I'll start with the guest. My first guest on the list is Ashish. Ashish, please introduce yourself. Where are you from and how did you get to know of us?
Hi. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, it
You
is a
are.
little bit of an echo.
So so that might be the case. And this is okay, I'm Ashish, as you can see my name. I have been a member of one of the clubs, but recently my membership got expired and I switched the cities, and I'm looking for a club to join. And I found the club's address on Toastmaster website that I was looking for a club nearby the place I live. And my office is in Galatians, so that's why I got to know the club. And I had a conversation with Shahid Anwar Nitin also 2 weeks back.
Thank you so much, Ashish. I would now like to move on to Toastmaster. No, it's not Toastmaster. Mukesh Kumar. Could you please introduce yourself and also tell us how did you find us?
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mukesh Kumar from Chhatarpur, Delhi. I hope you all are well. And I know about Toastmaster from one of my colleagues. He is working in Gurgaon. And this is my first time I have joined Toastmaster Club. I joined here. I want to improve my public speaking and I want to develop my leadership skills also. Professionally, I am a wellness coach. Thank you.
Thank you, Mukesh. We look forward to having you in our club. We all are looking for some healthy and wealthy tips from you. I would now like to move on to Sonal. Sonal, could you please introduce yourself along with how did you find us?
Uh, Hi, good evening, everyone. Actually, I have just passed out my bachelor's, and I was searching for any public speaking platform. Then online, I get to know about Toastmaster, and then I have searched Toastmaster clubs, and I get number from there, and that's how I joined. Like I'm guest. I haven't joined yet. I'm guest here. That's how
Okay,
I got to know about Toastmaster. Thank you.
okay. You found us on Facebook, right?
Yes, sir. Online, I have found.
Okay. You found us
Um,
online. Okay. Are you do you belong to Delhi?
yeah, no, actually, I'm staying in Delhi. I am not basically from Delhi. I'm right now
Okay.
staying in Delhi.
Okay. Great. I'll get in touch with you soon.
Okay, sure.
I would like now request Sony to please introduce yourself.
Hello everyone. I am from Delhi, and this is the first time I've joined a Toastmaster group. I've been looking for such a group, but I could not. I wanted to attend a Toastmaster event offline, but since it is my first time and I'm very nervous, so I thought I should try virtually first. So I have found a lot on Instagram and Google, and then from there I found the link and I've joined it. So I'm an introvert and I want to improve my communication skills. So that is why I want to be a part of it.
Great, Sony. It would be your first step towards becoming an ambivert if you just open your camera and show us your beautiful face and all these Toastmasters who are smiling at blank screens. They really want to see your face. And that will be your first step towards becoming an ambivert. Thank you. I would now like to acknowledge the presence of Toastmaster Ira Pallavi. She joined us as a guest a few meetings back, but now she is a Toastmaster in Dehradun. She belongs to Rishikesh for now, and she is in Dehradun. Most welcome once again, Dera. We also
Thank you,
have with
sir.
us, thank you so much. We also have with us a person who is really helping us to get offline and is sponsoring and encouraging us to be in the offline scenario. He has a co-working space in Green Park, which we are using in our alternate meetings. Please help me welcome on stage Toastmaster to be Gaurav Sharma. Gaurav, could you please introduce yourself?
Yes, thank you so much. And yeah, I'm planning to join very soon. And I've got the pathways as well, so soon I'll be a part of a Toastmaster too. And yes, I'm running a co-working space in Green Park, and looking forward to cater you guys in a really better way. And yes, please, conduct the next meeting here.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We plan to be doing the next meeting offline. Guys, just for your information, Toastmasters of Delhi is conducting 2 meetings offline and 2 meetings online, and they are alternate. So it's very easy. This meeting is online, so the next meeting will be offline. So that is how we are running it. We have earmarked the space in Green Park. It's very near to Metro, and it's a beautiful space. And we are going to have a fantastic meeting next week offline. Now let's come to the meeting. This meeting is really super special for me. Why? Today, a person who says that she has transformed many lives is going to come on stage and tell us her experience and how she helps people. I will not say much about it. Let her deeds and her words speak to us. We do not have a prepared speech today, so she is going to take a good amount of time and give you a lot of knowledge and inputs and even workshop on how to control your anxiety. Please help me welcome on stage Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Simranjeet Kaur.
Thank you so much, DTM Shahid, for your kind words. Uh, you are really have been very encouraging. So I'm sharing my screen. Please let me know if you could see it. Can you see it?
Yeah.
So today's theme, as we all know, is anxiety and how to deal with anxiety. So this session, I really want you all to be very interactive, because this is something that I think everybody would be experiencing in one area of their life or another. So this is something that we all can share our experiences with each other and how we have been coping up with it. And I would be sharing my experiences with my clients and how I have been dealing with it and how I have been helping my clients to deal with it. So before we understand what is anxiety, we really need to understand what is fear. So with the raise of hands, please let me know what is your opinion on fear, or what do you think fear is. Unmute yourself and just share your opinion. Yes, Saurav.
Fear is something which is not known to us, and we are
Okay.
continuously thinking about it.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else would like to share? Yes, Sonal.
So, according to me, fear is an emotion which comes against a perceived threat.
Yes. Exactly. So fear is nothing but a signal to us. It's just like an alarm signal that if there's something around us which could harm us, fear is an emotion that we experience at that moment of time. It's just a signal to make us alert that there's something that could harm us, so we need to do something about it. That is what fear is, right? So how our body react to fear? So can anyone tell or recall whenever they feel fearful, what sort of feelings they get to feel in their body and how their body react to fear? Sonal, yes.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes.
Yes. So in my case, like when I am when I get fearful of something, I cannot concentrate. I cannot be in present, and I
Okay.
cannot be focus on particular things, whatever is going on,
Okay.
like at that point of time. So
Okay.
for me, fear is not like my body response. Like I am not able to focus on present time. In my case, yeah.
Absolutely. I can resonate with that totally.
Yes.
Bhavna, do you have something to share?
Yeah, so basically, I start to sweat a lot. I start breathing very heavy, and I feel very I can't kind of articulate my thoughts when I'm too stressed or scared about something.
Yes, yes. Yes, a lot of people experience these kind of physical symptoms that Bhavna has shared. Anything else? I can see Gaurav has raised his hand.
Yeah, I think they're absolutely right what they said. I just want to add on one point. When it's fear, the very first thing you look for survivors. How to be there and how to survive from that.
Yes.
So in fact, my mind started working how to survive in that particular situation. That is something.
Absolutely. So whenever you feel fearful, it's obviously because you perceive that there is some sort of danger. So your body's instant response is to survive somehow. Okay. So before we get into the technicalities, let me share a story, and you guys have to tell me what do you think about that story, or what do you think that is wrong or right in that story. Okay, so imagine yourself in a jungle and you saw a tiger there, and the tiger start chasing you, right? And you're running and the tiger is chasing you and it's running behind you. And when you're running, you see two different paths. One is going to the right and one is going to the left. At that point of time, you stop and you think, should I go to the right or should I go to the left? If I go to the right, there is a tree, but I'm not sure if I would be able to climb the tree. If I go to the left, there's a river, but I can't swim. So where should I go? So at that point of moment, by that time, the tiger caught you and is having you as a snack and is also calling his friends to come over. So what do you think is wrong about this story? Would anybody like to share their experiences or their opinion? Gaurav?
Yeah, I think when the danger comes, when you're into fearful situation, so your thinking brain is stop working, right? And your thinking brain is. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So as much I know with my limited knowledge, I think there are two kinds of a brain. One is reticle side of a brain. The another one is like thinking brain. Right. So reticle brain gives you instruction to survive. So you're running, that means it is giving your mind instruction that you're running, you are saving yourself, you're running from the danger. But your thinking brain doesn't work actually. So that point of time, So I think the thinking brain gets freezes completely. So you don't have time to stop there and probably think which path to choose, right and left and all.
Yes, absolutely. I'll explain it more, but before that, I would like Arpit to share. I think he has something to share.
Okay, actually, I think there's nothing wrong with giving a second or so to think like which path to choose. But there's obviously wrong in taking too much time. Overthinking is wrong, but thinking is correct. So we should take a second or so to take some action. That is what I want to say.
Yes. But the story that I've shared is something that is unrealistic. Whenever you would be followed by something deadly, you would never be able to think.
That is also correct.
There's a reason to it. So whenever you experience fear, your body activates your stress system, right? So whenever it is activated, you can see here a part of brain which is amygdala. Amygdala gets activated whenever you are in stress, right? And the first thing that it does is it deactivates prefrontal lobes or prefrontal part of the brain, which is responsible for rational thinking. Okay, so if this part of your brain is not working, you would never be able to think rationally. And there's a reason to it. In those kind of situations, if you will think rationally and you will take time, there's a good chance that you will not be able to survive, right? So there is a logical explanation behind it, but how this works is that prefrontal lobes are completely deactivated. right? So what this is something fear and stress is. So what is so yeah. So there are two kind of responses that we discuss. So either we would like to fight back, or we would fly. We would try to run away from the situation. So amygdala would secrete or would release hormones like adrenaline, noradrenaline, and cortisol, which prepares our body to either fight the danger, or you would try to fly, run away from the situation without even thinking rationally. Everybody respond differently in different situations. So you can think about recall your situations where you get stressed, and what is your, what do you say, preferable type of response, or there's something that we usually do when we get stressed. So anybody who can share their experience with stress, or what do they usually do when they get stressed? Saurabh?
Yeah, thank you, Simranjit. Means mine is little bit different. When I feel stressed out, I went on sleep. Thus, I decrease the stress within me. After woke up, I normally understand the background of the stress, and then try to find out from where I can get some results from it, like internet, books, mobile phones, friends. I do lots of calls to my friends that I'm currently passing through this type of situations. You have any sort of experience like that, and when you feel such thing, how you come out from that? So
So
this is
this
a
is also a flight sort of response when you just want to come out of the situation, or or avoid the situation by sleeping or doing something else. So this comes under flight. Uh, Sony, do you want to share something quickly? Then we need to move on.
Yeah, sure. So when I get stressed, get stressed, I do not get enough sleep, and I get nightmares about it. So it is a little difficult for me to cope up with that. But what I do, I just flight. I just run away from that situation, and in order to run away, I go out with my friends and have my favorite meals and do anything possible to ignore that situation, to ignore that I am afraid of something, or I have anxiety. I just try to avoid that situation, and eventually I forget about it. So that's how I overcome. I run away and then I forget about it.
Okay, I'm getting you. So what anxieties? We have been discussing about stress, right, and fear. So what is anxiety? Can anybody tell me what is the difference between fear or stress and anxiety?
Can I try?
Who?
Anxiety is the emotion, like it's the inability to do anything, that kind of an emotion, like you're not able to. It's sort of a part of flight, but before flight is the freeze, if that's making a sense.
Freeze is also a third kind of reaction which researchers have been talking about. That there's
So,
also
so
a third kind of.
anxiety is like when you have a fear, and instead of addressing over it, you are further fueling that fear of what to do about it.
Okay. I'll explain it. I'll explain it in a moment. So what fear is an emotion, right? Fear is an emotion. And what stress is how your body responds to that fear. And fear can be a real danger, like there's actually somebody in front of you, there's actually a deadly animal in front of you, so that's a real danger in front of you. There's also a sort of fear of potential danger. So there is nothing real in front of you, it's just your thoughts that are creating that fear. For example, in we are in a public speaking forum, and for imagine yourself standing on stage, and there's an audience in front of you, right? So the audience is not deadly, of course, but you will think that the audience might judge you, right? Fear of judgment, a potential danger. And to that, how your body is going to react is what anxiety, right? So you are going to feel anxious. Is again also going to activate your stress response, the same stress response that was activated for real danger. The same stress response is going to be activated for this potential danger. Their body is going to react the same way as it has seen a tiger or any real danger, right? So that is what anxiety is. So whenever you are in a situation where something important is on stake, whether you are in an interview or you are speaking in front of public, or you are having a conversation with your boss or your partner, or anything important is going to happen, your mind always goes to a worst case scenario of what might happen. And that is what makes you anxious. Okay, so can anybody tell me different type of fears that they fear when they are in these kind of situations? One, I have already mentioned, fear of judgment. Any other kind of fear that they feel when they are in these kind of situations, or when they feel anxious? There's always fear behind it.
Fear of failing.
Fear of failing, of course.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Today's fear of losing out on Instagram, Facebook.
FOMO. Fear of missing out. Yes, even that is contributing to anxiety a lot.
Yes, and fear of not looking good, fear of not looking healthy, fear of not performing well in a corporate scenario, fear of not giving your best.
Yeah. So they are, yeah.
Performance.
So we can categorize all these kind of fears
Yes.
in these categories. So we have fear of rejection. Somebody might reject you. So uh, I have been talking to a client yesterday. I talked to him, and he was not able to go on dates. So he's a very attractive guy, and girls are asking him out, and somehow he's not able to say yes, and he's not saying yes, or he just don't want to go. And the fear that he has is rejection, that he is looking good, but he's not feeling confident about his personality, and the other person would reject him, you know.
You would have asked him to join this session.
Sorry.
You would have asked him to join this session.
Okay, this session. I would send him the recording. Other one is fear of judgment, of course. Whenever we are in a public speaking platform, or we are, speaking in front of an audience or someone who is of higher authority, right? Whether it's a boss or anyone else, or maybe a partner. So we are constantly thinking that the person is judging. Again, another client of mine was not able to feel confident during the interview, and the main reason was he was constantly thinking what the interviewer is thinking about him. And if he's not able to give a correct answer, he was constantly thinking, oh, the person is thinking that he has this sort of experience and he's not able to answer this question. So that is what fear of judgment is. Uncertainty. Again, a fear. Another kind of mine had this. He was feeling anxious, and he has always this fear of uncertainty, that what might happen in the future, or he might lose his loved ones, and a lot of different type of uncertainties that he was feeling. Failure, very common. We all have gone through it, and most common reason for it is that we have failed in the past, and those past failures have been haunting us, and we are constantly thinking that we have failed in the past, and we are also going to fail in the future. Important, thing. Yes. So how can we Okay, wait. Yeah. So how can we deal with anxiety? The first thing that we need to work on is our thoughts. As I've already mentioned, and we have already discussed, that anxiety is purely caused by our thoughts. So there's no real danger in front of us. It's just that we are thinking, or we are thinking of the worst case scenario, and that is making us anxious, of course, right? So can anybody resonate? Can anybody resonate with this thought that I have failed in the past, and I'm also going to fail in the future? Past is equal to future. Very common. I've seen it. Raise your hand if somebody is able to resonate with it.
It's like my rational mind knows that the past is not equal to the future, that you have a
Okay.
chance to change. But
Okay.
when the anxiety floodgates open, rationality gets thrown out, and this cacophony of all your failures and everything just starts, just building up, building up, building up till you have to do something either to control it or get swayed, get swept away in it. That I have felt like I have been fortunate enough to experience both and realize that I have some control, and that I need not get swept away by it, and that by controlling my thoughts and reinforcing my thoughts into positive, I can somehow get this lid on the anxiety spring, so yeah, I can totally resonate with what you just said.
Yes, I am getting you. And as you said, that whenever you are anxious, rationality is just thrown away. So the first step is obviously something else. The first step is to calm yourself down. So as we discussed, whenever we are anxious, the stress responses or the stress response of our body gets activated, and we perceive that we are in some sort of danger, right? So the first step is always should be to tell ourselves that I am safe. Wherever I am completely safe. Safe. Have you seen Three Idiots? All is well, all is well, all is well. Have you seen it?
All is
So
well.
yeah,
It is called affirmations. If you have some negative thoughts, all you need to do is affirm that nothing is going to go wrong, or you are going to cope with the situation in a positive statement. So the statement has to be positive.
yeah. So this all is well that Three Idiot has given us is very scientific. Is very scientific, and it works always. So the first step is always telling yourself that you are safe, right? So that your stress level goes down, so that the hormone that has been releasing in your body, your brain stops it, and it will only do that when it realizes that you're not in danger anymore, right? So telling yourself that you're safe. The second step would be this thoughts. After that, when once you're relaxed, when once your rational part of the brain is activated, ask yourself what is making you anxious, and you will always get the answer. But only when you ask, because I have dealt with anxiety, and when you are anxious, you don't know what's making you anxious. You will only get to know when you ask a question. What is it that is making you anxious? And you will get the answer for sure. That maybe I have seen it. That maybe if I am working on an important project and I'm anxious, I'm always thinking this is not going to work. I'm working, but this is not going to work, right? Or I'm thinking that this has went wrong in the past, and there's a good chance that this will go wrong in the future as well. Past is equal to future. Usually, that's what we are thinking. And at that point of time, simply what you need to do, you have to question your thoughts. Whenever you put a question mark, right, you win half of your fight, because now your brain focuses on the possibility that it might be wrong. So always put a question mark on the negative thoughts. So is it really true? You will get the answer. No, it's not. I failed in the past, and there was a reason. I've learned from it, and I'm not going to repeat that mistake in this time, and there's no chance that this is going to repeat. Yes. Second thing that I have experienced is that people identify themselves with their failures. For example, if a person has procrastinated in an event, or if that person has not been consistent with something and that did not work for him, he will identify himself as a procrastinator. So what is the difference? What is the difference? If I did not go to the gym one day, right, instead of telling myself that I procrastinated that day, if I'm telling myself I am a procrastinator, I'm identifying myself with that feeling. Right? So this is the story that we keep telling ourselves. Have you experienced that you're not able to find something sometimes in your room, and you go to your mother and ask, I have kept my notebook here, but it's not here. Or where is it? Or you have cleaned the room. I can't see it. How many of you have experienced it? Raise your hand. And you will go back to your mother, and your mother will tell you that I have kept it right there near the dressing table, and you will go back and you will not able to see it. And you're like, I can't see it. And your mother will come with you, and she will pick up the notebook right in front of your eyes, and she will show it to you, and like, this is what is it? And you'll be like, why the hell I was not able to see it? Why do you think this happens? Anybody who know why this happens?
Lack of awareness of our surroundings.
Okay, and why that happens? You're not able to focus, right? Focus.
Basic ingredients of male.
Basic in no, women has also experienced that. So the main reason is that you see through your eyes, but you focus through your mind, right? And when you are telling yourself a story that I can't see it, okay, you're creating a belief system, and your mind will always work to make you feel that you are right. So if you have a belief that I can't see it, it will never focus, and it will make sure that you don't see it. Right? So this is the story that we keep telling ourselves whenever it comes to failure or difficult tasks or anything. When we tell ourselves that I can't do it, this is something that that's the story that we keep telling ourselves. And what do you think is going to happen then? Will you be able to do it? If this is the story that you have been telling yourself.
So if we keep telling ourselves that we are not able to do something, we actually will not be able to do it. And we might even fail in it, even if we have the talent or the requisite resources to do it. We may not be able to do it.
Yeah.
Like we say, it's all in the mind.
Yes, it is. Robin Sharma has quoted that your I can is more important than your IQ. So the most successful people that you see are not the one with highest IQ, let me tell you. They are the people who believe in themselves. Okay, so let me move on to the next thing. Breathing, very important. So whenever you are anxious, your breathing cycles get shorter. Okay, and your brain doesn't get enough oxygen. Your heart starts pumping very fast. Whenever you are anxious, you will experience these kind of things. And one more thing, Bhavna, shared that she starts sweating, or maybe there are some people who start shivering, or I had this symptom that my stomach used to get upset whenever I get stressed. So this happens because there is increased blood flow, because our heart started pumping fast. There's increased blood flow to our muscles to prepare us for fight. and there is decreased blood flow to our stomach and the digestion part. So when that happens, these kind of symptoms arise. And one way to calm yourself down is to breathe. Is to
Simranjit,
breathe.
Sonal has something to say.
Yeah, sure.
Uh, as we were discussing about symptoms of anxiety, like you
Yeah.
were saying about sweating, is it possible because of anxiety you can get a headache? Like I
Yes,
like I have head if we talk about symptom, I get headaches because of anxiety, fear, and stress.
it's possible. When you're breathing,
It's
when your breath's getting shorter and your brain is not getting oxygen, there's a good chance that you will get headache or you will not be able to
it's more like
focus.
a heavy head.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah,
much possible.
yeah, like I get headache like migraines. So
You
maybe,
might be feeling that there is a vice being put on your head and someone
yeah,
is squeezing
exactly,
it.
exactly. Yeah, you got
See,
it.
let
That is
me
not
tell
headache.
you.
That is not
Uh,
migraine.
No, actually, I feel like a headache. Like it is a headache.
a sort of
Breathing is the
headache
best
maybe.
exercise. Like Simranjit is saying, breathing is the best exercise for that.
Okay.
Great, Simran, but you should have used a beautiful, more beautiful animal rather than a fat elephant on it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. So let me
Uh,
tell you
uh,
one.
Simran, just to interrupt you, how long is your session?
One more slide. That's
One more slide. Okay, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
it. Okay, so this is breathing. So whenever you feel anxious, just try to breathe slowly. Yes, you can breathe deep enough, yes, but it's more important to breathe slowly. So breathe in with the count of 8 and then breathe out with the count of 10. It will make your breath slow. And whenever you are in a situation where you can't just do close your eyes and like breathe, where for example you are in an interview or in a situation like you're standing on stage, so just pay attention to your breath. The moment you pay attention to your breath, you will automatically start breathing. You can try this right now. The moment you pay attention to your breathing, you will automatically start to breathe in a good way, deep enough or something. And whenever you're anxious, your breath is really short. So you can try that. Okay. And last uh, is being in the present moment. I think somebody mentioned it that whenever they're anxious, they are not in the present moment. Yes, because fear is always in the future. If you are in the present moment, there is no fear. Whatever we are fearing is always something that we think might happen in the future. Right? So if you are able to get yourself back in the present moment, there is no way that you can be fearful. Right? So one way of doing that is again paying attention to your breath. So breath is something that can instantly take you in the present moment. Just pay attention to it, nothing else. So if you want to try it, just think of something and then try to pay attention to your breath. You would not be able to think anything in the future. That's something you will be completely in the present moment.
Let's do this exercise then. I think each one of you can think of a little bit of anxiety that you have had recently and then do this breathing technique. Let's do it, Simran.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So you can think of anything else. And then simply what you can do, you can also close your eyes if you want to. You can close your eyes and just focus or just pay attention to the tip of your nose for a few seconds. Do it. And whenever you feel like, you can open your eyes. Would anybody like to share their experience with it? What did they feel and what difference they felt?
Yeah, Simran. So it's much calmer. Like I'm much calmer after the breathing.
Yes. So this is like a hack, I would say. The easiest hack to come back to the present moment. Yes, there are a lot of meditation exercises that I do with my clients, and I've planned also one of them or two of them. If I get some time in the session, I would love to, you know, I would love to help you out with those exercises. So these are the exercises that bring you back in the present moment, and also these exercises, if done first thing in the morning, make you resilient towards anxiety. Do you understand what resilience is? So you would yeah, the if you are experiencing anxiety on the scale of 1 to 10, like on the scale of 1 to 10 it is 8 for you, right? So it will go down to 6. It will start going down. The intensity of it will start going down slowly if you are doing or following these meditation exercises and you are doing it first thing in the morning. I would love to have I'll show you one, but if we have some time right now, I'll do it right now, or otherwise I'll do it at the end
I
of the
would
meeting.
suggest that we wrap up with the rest of the session, and then by
At the end of
5:30 we'll
Yeah,
have in
we'll
half
do
an
it.
hour of Q&A and then some exercises. What do you say, Simran?
Yeah, great.
Okay, thank you so much.
So that
So,
is it from my end. I'm stopping. Stopping my
Simran, can we do the uh,
Yeah.
normal routine of the meeting, the details, how the
Yes.
meeting starts and
Yes,
who is
yes,
the
we can move
one?
on to the next part. I would like to call on the General Evaluator to introduce the tag team. So over to you, DTM Shahid.
Thank you, Toastmaster Simranjeet. Okay, as the general evaluator, I have a three-pronged responsibility. The first one is that I have to take care that there is discipline in the meeting and there is a lot of energy in the meeting. The second is that my role players, who are just going to introduce, are well prepared. And the third is that there is a lot of activity in the meeting. People are enthusiastic, they have opened their cameras and they are actually participating in the meeting. Because on a Toastmasters platform, the best thing or the only thing that we can support, at least in an online meeting, is that we give and pay attention to the speakers because they have come with a lot of aspirations and desire to uh, shine and to get feedback. So we can only give them feedback once we are attentive to what they are doing. Okay, so I would request you all to please remain on camera and pay attention to the speakers and interact with them if required. You can also send a message on chat which they can read later on. Now, as general evaluator, I have a tag team which is called the timer, accounter, and grammarian. And also we have a table topics evaluator, Toastmaster Saurav, who will be joining us in the table topic session and then giving us the evaluation of the table topic speakers at the end of the meeting. So first, please help me welcome our debutant Toastmaster Arpit Jain, as the timer to give us the objectives of his role. Toastmaster Arpit Jain.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you, General Evaluator. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm Arpit. I'm the timer for this meeting. So as a timer, my role is to keep a track of this meeting. We don't have a prepared speech section in today's meeting, but we do have a table topic section. In table topic section, I will be displaying some cards, and like we have 3 cards. So I will be displaying a green card at the end of 1 minute. a yellow card at the end of 1.5 minutes, and red card at the end of 2 minutes. And I will be giving my report at the end of the meeting. Over to you, General Evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arpit. Thank you so much. I would now like to call upon stage the counter of the day, Toastmaster Kabir Talwar. Toastmaster Kabir.
Thank you, General Evaluator Shahid sir, and thank you and good afternoon to all fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am the counter of the day. Filler words and crutches cause interruptions in the speech, which further distracts the attention of the audience. As a result, they reduce the impact of the speech. My role is to make note of these pauses, filler words used by the speakers and the role players. Filler words are like you know, so, I mean, well. In addition, unintentional sounds like ahs and ums and long pauses will be noted. I will submit my report during the general evaluation when called on the stage. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kabir. Thank you so much. I would now like to call upon stage the grammarian of the day. She is again debuting on this role for the first time, Toastmaster Khushbu. Toastmaster Khushbu as the grammarian.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am the grammarian of the day. I shall be noting down the good and not so good usages of language during this meeting. Kindly avoid using Hindi or regional languages or foreign languages. In case the usage is necessary, please translate it to English after you've spoken the line. In addition, I shall keep track of the number of times the word of the day and the idiom of the day is spoken by the speakers and the role players. I will be presenting my report towards the end of the meeting. Let me now share the word of the day and the idiom of the day with you. So the word of the day is tenacity. Tenacity is a noun. It means grip, determination, or the quality or state of being persistent. Some example usages. Bulldogs were formerly employed in bull baiting, and the tenacity of their grip is proverbial. The Toastmasters Club has displayed a great tenacity by continuing with online meetings through the COVID times. So the word of the day is tenacity. Now coming to the idiom of the day. Sorry, my laptop is stuck. Yeah. So the idiom of the day is plain as day. The meaning is very obvious or noticeable or very easy to understand. Are you able to see the idiom of the day on my screen? Is it visible?
Yes.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the meaning of the idiom plain as day is very obvious or noticeable, very easy to understand. Examples are, it's plain as day that they like each other. They've been flirting all evening. The solution to anxiety is not as plain as day. So I encourage everybody to use the word of the day and idiom of the day. And please, others, please acknowledge the usage of the idiom and the word of the day by showing a thumbs up. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Madam Grammarian. With that, I would now like to hand over the stage back to Toastmaster of the day to continue the meeting further with the table topic session. I'll be with you again in the last half of the meeting before the workshop and the Q&A session of the anxiety session that so beautifully is being conducted by Toastmaster Simran. Over to Toastmaster Simran.
Thank you so much, PTM Shahid. So without wasting any time, I would like to call on stage table topic master for today, Toastmaster Mayank Khatri.
Thank you, Madam TM Moody. Good evening, everyone. I welcome you to the table topic segment of Toastmasters of Delhi. And as the word of the day mentioned by the Grameen, we Toastmasters are always tenacious that we are always working towards, we are always persistent towards learning and our self improvement. And it is so great to see that whether be it an offline meeting or be an online meeting, all of us are present here. So moving forward with the table topic, as the timer said, at the time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes. You'll be given a topic, and you would be required to speak for a minimum of 1 second and a maximum of 2 minutes 30 seconds. So please let me know who wants to go first, or I can play God and kind of pick people from the list. So anybody who's volunteering can raise their hands. Oh yes, timer is there. Who would be recording the time for timer then? Okay. So table topic evaluator would be evaluating. So just let me share my screen, and we have a good topics today. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay, so for Toastmaster Arpit, your topic is what is your greatest fear coming true? Toastmaster Arpit, what is your greatest fear coming true?
Okay, I can take 30 seconds, right?
Yes, yes, please.
Okay, so actually the thing is, I'm still not able to see what is my greatest fear, and that turns out to be true. I have small fears, and that turned out to be true. So, like for example, during my graduation after 12th standard, I wish to be in a like a better college, and I failed miserably. So that and I was also not prepared. So that turned out to be some. I wish that should not be turned out to be something like, but it turned out to be a misery for me for that time. But then I performed well in that college, and it was all okay. So I don't have any specific great fear that turned out to be true. It is just like in bits and pieces. But going with the flow and today's topic, like anxiety and how to keep calm. So I don't have a particular threat or like a particular thing in mind that if this happens, then my life is over and that kind of thing. So this is what I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Arpit. Okay, so who would like to go next? Oh, it's our General Evaluator, DTM Shahid. Just let me share the screen. Your boss caught you attending online Toastmasters meeting instead of working. How would you control the situation to save your job? DTM Shahid.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Mayank. Now, what if you yourself are your own boss? That is going to be a big challenge. In my 40 years of career, I have not had a single boss. I have been my own boss. So I just can't relate to being caught by anyone while I'm attending a Toastmasters meeting secretly. But yes, I'll make a metaphor out of it. Yes. My boss in my home is my wife. And this meeting, she was telling me not to attend the meeting because I was not feeling well. I had a fast and I was not in a state to energize so much. So I went to her and I said, "See, I'm trying to sleep. Don't disturb me till 6:30 or 6 o'clock when the fast opens." And she said, "Fine." She asked me to come into the bedroom and sleep in the AC. I said, no, I'm comfortable. And I went to my other room and lied down there. After 5 minutes, the meeting was about to start at 4 o'clock. And just after 5 minutes, she came out and peeked into my room. And she saw me attending the Toastmasters meeting. And the first word she said was, where is your low energy now? And then she left. My dear friends, Toastmasters meeting is such an addiction to me that even if I am dead on my bed and there is an announcement that there's going to be a Toastmaster meeting, trust me, I'll tell death that to come after 1 hour, let me attend the meeting. This is the kind of energy that I get in Toastmasters. And this so happens that last year I missed all these meetings because I was not well. I was hospitalized in COVID and I was missing all these meetings. But today I am back in action. Despite my health, my energy going down, I'm fasting. Nothing is stopping me to come to this meeting. I am very tenacious in attending Toastmasters meetings, and it is as plain as a day that I love Toastmasters. Thank you. Over to the table topic session master.
Thank you, DTM Shahid. So who would like to go next? I can see.
I could go next.
Okay. So we'll take Ira first and then we'll take Khushbu then. Just let me share the screen.
Just a minute, I'm not able to unshare my screen.
It will be somewhere near on the top.
Trying to click it, but it is not getting unshared. Just a second.
Okay. So for Toastmaster Era, the topic is things in life which must be free. Toastmaster Era, things in life which must be free.
Okay. Things in life that must be free are hugs, are expression of love, are genuine conversations, are just simply unselfish companionship. We all search for so many things in life. We all want so many things in life. We want money, we want name, we want to have a passion. We want just the thing that comes to my mind is the song from the Shah Rukh Khan's old movie, Bas Itna Sa Kwab Hai, and he wants the entire world. I have a small dream and I want the entire world. So that's what we all want. But the thing is, the things we need to give free and receive free is love. And you cannot put a price on love. You cannot put an amount on love. You know, the joy I feel every time my 3-year-old niece comes and hugs me for no reason, apparently. I love you, Masi. These words, I can fight the entire world for her. So, yeah, these things make life worth living. These things we are called free. Hugs from kids are free. Hugs from your parents are free. Hugs from your friends when you're down is free. Hugs from your friends when you're celebrating is free. But are they actually free? Can you really equate them to no amount? They are the most priceless, I wouldn't say possession, but the priceless, what word would you use? Thing in the entire world. So yeah, these things for free, I'm always ready for, and I'm always ready to give a hug and get a hug. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Era. Again, timer can stop sharing the screen. Okay, so let's take the topic for Toastmaster Khushbu. Oh, okay. Okay, so since the cases are rising, the government has ordered a curfew of 100 more days. What would you do?
Okay, I'll just take a few seconds. So thank you, Toastmaster Mayank. And if there were going to be another curfew, and that too of 100 days, I am excited to think that I would be learning how to cook. So I mean, I hardly know how to cook anything. And this is something which has caught my recent attention as I've started to cook a few things for my son. He's 1 year old. So I would want to spend my time learning cooking, enjoying cooking, and serving the food to my family. I mean, that is a joy which I have. I've through my life, I've been busy studying and working. So I didn't explore this even during the last the last curfew, the last at home time we spent. So yeah, so I would want to spend the time cooking and enjoying with my family. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Khushbu. Okay, so let's take Kabir sir now. Kabir sir?
Yes, Toastmaster Mayank, I am there.
Okay, just give me one second. Telling white lies, Toastmaster Kabir. Toastmaster Kabir, telling white lies.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mayank. Telling white lies. It has been historical from the past that white lies have always been said and they have been believed, and there are people who specialize in this trait of telling white lies. In fact, if you go back into the history, there have been in Ramayana and Mahabharata and in all scriptures, there have been characters who have been portrayed as people who are, who have a positive trait, but they did say white lies. Like if you see Mahabharata, Shri Krishna said that, the Ashwathama mara gaya. Ashwathama was an elephant, as well as Ashwathama was the son of one of the big characters. And that one white lie made everyone understand, the whole the second camp, which was at war, go down. Their morale went down, and a lot of the day that war changed. And the fact was that was a pure lie. So somewhere we have always been, advocating that yes, white lies can be said when, if it is not, it is benefiting to the society, or if it is on, you are on the right side, and there is actually no real definition of what is white and what is black here, to tell you very frankly. So what I believe is something which you think is right. So if you are on the right side, and if you are morally defeating the wrong or the evil, and if you are telling a lie, that is the white definition of white lie. And perhaps, I also feel in society, most of the time everyone in the society is telling white lies and getting along with it. If you see the present turmoil, present political problems that we have, or the world that is the wars that you are seeing, everyone is telling lies. Statistics is a lie, the news is a lie. Perhaps what we are talking of in most of the times, we believe, and we think it is true, but it is a white lie. So we are giving a rope to that truth which we feel is true. It's a white lie. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kabir. Just to add, Ashwathama was the son of Guru Drona, and it was the white lie was spread to make Guru Drona come out of his security, and then he could be killed. Otherwise, the teacher couldn't be killed by his students. Okay, let's take a few guests now. I see Gaurav, Soni, and Sonal. So anybody who would like to volunteer for the topic?
Yes, sure, I can go first.
Okay. Okay. So for guest Sony, your topic is you are immune to coronavirus. How will you live your life? You're immune to coronavirus. How will you live your life?
Okay, so if I'm immune to coronavirus, but okay, let's say that I'm immune to coronavirus. I have survived corona 3 times, so it'll be a big thing for me, and I'll take it. I'll see it as a new opportunity, and I will start doing all the things that I haven't done yet. Like I keep procrastinating some some studies, some or things in life that I want to do, such as I'm not serious about my studies. I cannot make time to do other things in life, other important things in life, such as studies, of course, and take classes. So these are the things that I'll do.
Okay. Thank you thank you, guest Sony. I guess guest Sonal also raised her hand. Sonal, are you there? Okay. Gaurav, would you like to participate?
Yeah, why not? Any which ways I like the wheel, which you are.
Sure. Just let me share the topic screen. Okay. So your topic is you are an alien. What would be your reaction when you visit Earth and attend a Toastmasters meeting? You are an alien. What would be your reaction when you visit Earth and attend a Toastmasters meeting?
Actually, I'm an alien only in this meeting, being very honest with you. And yeah, and I really like Toastmaster meetings. So I liked it so much that so when let's get into the topic only. So if I'm alien and if I visit the Earth, very first things will be surprising for me, right? Because Earth has a very different climate and everything is different from wherever I would come. So that's the one thing that will be surprising. And given a chance to get into the Toastmaster meeting, then I would definitely will try to understand what people are doing. So one thing I would observe, which is the communication, like the way we are communicating in a different part of the planet. The similar way here, there are a lot of people, good people, professional folks, they are talking. So one thing I would observe that yes, this is the medium of the communication which they are using. And and I would also observe that yes, it's a kind of a polished meeting where people are talking really well. So I would be learning from that Toastmaster meeting, will be enjoying it, and going back to my planet wherever I've come from. And I'll go and I'll also tell them about the Toastmaster, what they do. Probably will build up that kind of a community there and bring up more and more people, and also tell them like, this is what we can do. And this is what I've learned from that.
Thank you, Gaurav. Okay, I think Toastmaster Simratji is also left. We can also ask her for a topic. Simratji, up for it? You're on mute.
Hello?
Yes, Simratji.
Yeah, before me, I think Saurav has been waiting for it. Has been waiting to
Oh,
get a
I
topic.
think he's the table topic examiner. That is why I didn't call him.
Okay, okay. Sir,
So
do you want a topic?
I'll call you first, and then I'll call Saurabh in the last, and Shahid sir will be the evaluator for Toastmaster Saurabh. Shahid sir, does that work?
Fine, fine.
Okay. So for Simranjeet, let's have a topic.
Thank you.
Okay. So for Simranjeet, the topic is being happy with yourself. Toastmaster Simranjeet, being happy with yourself.
Well, that's the best topic. This is something I can talk about. This is something that I have been helping people out with. I'm helping people who are, not feeling confident. And what I have been working with them, one thing that I've been working with them is feeling good about themselves. I mean, people misunderstand confidence in a lot of different ways. They think that confidence is something that you are able to speak well, or you are able to socialize well, or you are able to, talk to people of opposite gender very confidently. So this is something what confidence is. This person is very confident, but no, confidence is something very internal. Confidence, if I have to define confidence in one line, this is something feeling good about yourself. There you would meet a lot of people who can speak fluently, who can socialize, but they are not feeling good about themselves. I have been talking to a lot of people who are part of big brands, people who have jobs, like crazy jobs. They have been settled in abroad in US, or they have everything that any common person would dream of. But what they are lacking is they just don't like the life. They think, one of my clients said to me that he thinks that he's a complete loser. So he's a person who has been settled in US. He has been working with biggest of the biggest brands that I think I would also dream to work with. He has been supporting his family, but now he's thinking that he's a complete loser. So these are not the things that will contribute to your confidence, that will make yourself uh, feel good about yourself. The only thing that is going to make you feel good about yourself is acceptance, is accepting the way you are, is being grateful for the things that you have been granted. There's always be someone who would be having more than you, and there's always be someone who's not there yet. But being at peace with who you are right now, and also trying to improve at the same time. I'm not saying acceptance means that accept that all your negatives and accept who you are and not work on it, but just accept the way you are right now. Just accept it, own it. That is going to make you feel confidence. And then if you want to work on it, you can work on it. So that is something that is going to make you feel good about yourself. And that has been making me feel good about myself. That's all from my end. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Simranjeet. So the last topic for
I believe
Toastmaster.
Sonal raised her hand. So,
Okay, Sonal, are
Sonal?
you there?
Hi, yes, I'm here.
Yes, yes. So Saurabh, we'll take you after Sonal. We'll not leave you. I have some
No.
interesting topic for you.
Okay, Sonal, please go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, so for Sonal, your topic is go back in time and change one event of your life. Go back in time and change one event of your life. Guess, Sonal.
Okay. One time, like I regret one thing in my life. One time I get. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, Sonal,
Yeah.
please.
I got angry with my mother, and I had a little fight with my mother, uh, like 2 3 years before, and my mother was very upset after that. So I would like to change that event in my life, that I should not have talked to my mother like that. So this is the event. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Sonal. So, Toastmaster Saurabh, would you like to try your luck on the wheel, or would you like me to give you a topic?
Your discretion, please.
Okay. Okay. So I have a topic for you. The topic goes by this: if a movie was being made on your life, what kind of stories should be there? If a movie was being made on your life, what kind of stories should be there, Toastmaster Saurabh?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mayank. If a movie made in my life, what kind of movie it will be? It will be obviously a humor movie, and what I understand in my entire life, that the humor is the only thing what exists in everyone's life, and this daily work, the stress, the anxiety will be always there in everyone's life, and the people are from the beginning, what I understand, that we cannot come out from all this anxiety, stress, and the professional work, and at the end of the day, when we come back to home, the only thing what we attract is that the humor part. So that's why means uh, in Mera Naam Joker movie, it is very well explained that the humor what is needed in everyone's life to cool down your stress, to normalize your anxiety, and also to recharge your soul, so that the next day you go back and fight again. So thank you so much, and back to you, Toastmaster Mayank.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saurabh. Okay, I guess we have all participants covered.
We have Gaurav. Actually, I believe he had some network issue. He come back once again. So
Oh yes, he
Gaurav.
has spoken. He has spoken.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Shahid sir, are we taking a vote for the best table topic speaker?
There is a glitch in the table topic polls. I'm just working on it again. In the
Okay.
meantime, we can hand over the stage back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Sure, sure. So just let me hand it back to TA Moody, Toastmaster Simranji. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mayank. It was a very interesting session, and everybody was included. I love that. Okay, so so the next session is going to be an evaluation section, which is like the best part of Toastmaster, that we get to speak, and we also get to know that which are the improvement areas that we need to work on. So for that, I would like to call on virtual stage, the General Evaluator, CTM Child.
Thank you, Toastmaster Simran. Good evening once again, Toastmasters and my dear friends. I see that the number is dwindling as we are progressing towards the meeting. I'll try to make the meeting again lively and interesting, like all the other people have tried their best to do. To bring on stage the first evaluator and the only evaluator is Toastmaster Saurav. He is going to evaluate the table topic speakers. Please help me welcome on stage Toastmaster Saurav Khanra as his debutant table topics evaluator.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator DTM Said. Yes, it is a very interesting table topic session, and everyone in this room participated well, and thank you so much all the participants for taking out time, interest, and participate to this beautiful session, because this is the most attractive session of Toastmaster Club. So first we have Arpit who explained what is my greatest turnout, means greatest fear to be turned out to be true, and he explained it very well because he don't have any sort of biggest or greatest fear in his life. And the interesting thing is in his life that I believe he yet to find out what is his greatest fear. So we can give him some time to think, and in next meeting we can listen some more greatest fears of his life. Next is DTM Said sir. It's very difficult actually to evaluate Said sir. And what I understand in my last 4 months is that Said sir is a true storyteller. And whenever any topic, any chance come to Said sir, we, the entire room, mesmerized with the words used, the story articulated. And it is again um, uh, means a moment for us to listen a beautiful story of the home ministry of Said Sir Home. Moving to next is Toastmaster Pallavi from Dehradun. It's pretty hot here, okay, in Delhi, and Dehradun, I believe, is a beautiful weather there. And what I understand that Pallavi is very fond of Shah Rukh Khan movie, and Pallavi just missed out one thing, that is Jadoo Ki Jhappi. Okay, and the topic was great. Means what the things uh, is free in your life and you want it most, and that is the Jadoo Ki Jhappi. Everyone liked it. And means whenever you are in any mode of mood, okay, whether you are fearful, you are stressful, you are happy, a beautiful, a tight hug is what we needed most. So thank you so much, Pallavi. You actually bring it to the table in the right time, because we need this thing in today's every day in our life. Moving to next is Toastmaster Khushbu. Means I must say that the what Khushbu explained actually means that is very fearful to me. I can think about sir who is there with Khushbu. Khushbu want to go back to another 100 days curfew and want to try more and more cuisine, and definitely that cuisine will go to sir and he has to taste it. And I can imagine in my mind what horrible thing will be happen for sir in that particular room. Okay, but we are expecting that whenever we have 100 days curfew once again, I will love to go to Dehradun and spend my time there. Am I audible? I saw some of the people are frozen.
Yes, you are
My
audible. You are
internet
audible.
connection is little bit down.
You are audible.
It's audible now. Now you're frozen.
I think we can wait for a few seconds and then we can move on to our reports of timer internet by the time he will join.
Okay, let's continue. I think Saurav's screen is
Hello,
frozen.
am I
He's back.
audible?
Yes, you're back. You're back.
You're back.
So I was with Khushbu, I believe. Okay. Yes. So thank you so much. Moving to next is Kavir sir. Kavir sir is always very emotional very emotional and excited whenever he took a table topic. And Kavir sir actually got the most weighted topic for him, the white lies, and he nailed it with his explanation. And at the end of the session, what we understand that our inception is with lies, like from Mahabharata and Ramayans, how things were explained. Everything were there started with lies, like God, Krishna, well managed all the lies so that the Mahabharata could happen in this particular art. Moving to next is Sony. Sony Sony has the topic is that if you are immune to corona, what will happen to you? And Sony is highlighted that she already survived the last 3 waves, and this is our wish to you that you should survive all the waves, whatever will come to you, and don't procrastinate in your future life, so that you can save some time of your life, whatever we have. Next speaker is Gaurav. Gaurav is explained it well. He started with humor, and the topic was actually, if you are an alien and you come to Earth and attend a Toastmaster club, and what the things or how you are going to react. Gaurav explained it very, very well, because yes, what we do in Toastmaster Club, if you copy that in your life or in your planet, you will definitely be another Earth, and definitely you actually emerge your presence in that particular planet, because what we do in Earth is sharing our ideas and helping each other, so that everyone at the end of the day should achieve their dreams. Moving to next is Simranjit. Yes, I love to explain this because Simranjit got exactly the right subject to explain. She is professionally doing that, and I must say that she want to keep on telling and want to highlight all the clients examples to us. Yes, Simranjit, you are doing a great job, because holding hands during this anxious time, it is very difficult. Listen to your clients, and I understand that we are in tremendous pressure in our daily life, and we need someone to listen to us and feel for us. And you are doing exactly the same thing. And I must say that this is a very big weakness to you. But I realize currently, whenever you get such topic, you don't want to stop. You keep on telling to us, and that is actually good for us to listen to you. Please organize some medication session for us, so that we can also take some benefits from your professional experience. Moving back to Sonal want to go back to time, and want to uh, handle that particular situation when she fought with her mother, because this is, yes, a very sensitive thing. When we fought with our mother, means what we understand that whenever we fought with our mother, and we were actually emotionally very low, so we don't want to do that. Yes, if you get some time, go back to your time and normalize the situations. And last but not the least is me. I want to invite DTM Sites to explain my topic to everyone. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saurabh. Thank you so much. I really apologize that there was a glitch in my network and I was not able to actually evaluate your topic. I'm really sorry. But maybe next time. I'm doing a lot of multitasking, so please forgive me for this. I will now launch the polls for the best auxiliary role player. Oh, sorry, for the best table topic speaker. Here we go. Please vote for the best auxiliary role player. You need to have 7 votes. 4 are already done, 5 done. Five out of 5. 2 more polls, please. 2 more polls. We have 5 out of 5. Any two people who have not polled in yet? Okay, I'm closing the polls. I'll announce the results at the end of this meeting. Okay, now I'll now bring my auxiliary role players teams. Please help me welcome the grammarian of the day, Toastmaster Khushbu, to give us the report of the role that she played as the grammarian. Toastmaster Khushbu.
Thank you, General Evaluator. I'm back to present my report as a grammarian. First, coming to the good usages of the language. So the words resilient, resonate, and flight used by Toastmaster Simranjeet were great. The word articulate by Toastmaster Bhavna. The word misery by Toastmaster Arpit. And the words fueling and companionship by Toastmaster Ira Pallavi. Also, the words discretion, mesmerized, articulate, and inception used by Toastmaster Saurav were notable. Some not so good usages of the language were our body react to fear. So it could be said as our body reacts to fear. To kind of. So it would be the appropriate way to say that would be two kinds of. Also, I would like to point to the usage of a Hindi movie dialogue by Toastmaster Ira, which she very well translated in English after mentioning it in Hindi. So that was great. The word of the day, tenacious, was used twice by Toastmaster Mayank and Toastmaster Shahid. The idiom of the day was used once by Toastmaster Shahid. That's all as my report. Over to you, Toastmaster Shahid.
Thank you, Toastmaster Khushbu. I would now like to call upon stage our counter, Toastmaster Kabir, to give us his report. Toastmaster Kabir.
Thank you, General Evaluator. I have the report in front of me. I would like to speak up on this. Toastmaster of the day and speaker Simranjeet. She used two times, but one time, so two times, and two times, and you know two times. President, officer, table, topic, speaker 2, and General Evaluator. Multi-role player Shahid sir spoke, said and once. Other than that, there was no other crutch or filler sound spoken by him. Toastmaster of the table topic speaker master Mayank Khatri had spoken two times, so once and once. That's it. Table topic evaluator and speaker number 8 Saurav Khanra spoke three times, but once, so twice and three times. Timer Arpit Jain. I guess I did not notice, or maybe I missed out on him, so I would like to apologize on that. Grammarian Khushbu had spoken three times and once. Table topic speaker Arpit Jain spoke two times, but once, so once and once. Speaker 3 Ira Pallavi spoke once, so once, and you know once. Speaker 4 Khushbu spoke said once and so once. Sony said but once and so once. Speaker 6 Gaurav spoke said two times, so two times, and four times. Speaker 7 Sonal said once, but like once and so once. That's my report today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kabir. I would now like to call upon stage the grammarian of the day, the timer of the day, Toastmaster Arpit. Please help me welcome on stage Toastmaster Arpit.
Thanks, General Evaluator. So, Shahid, for table topic, Shahid sir took around 2 minutes 12 seconds. Toastmaster Ira took 2 minutes 2 seconds. Toastmaster Khushbu took 1 minute 5 seconds. Toastmaster Kavi spoke for 2 minutes 12 seconds. Guest Sony took 50 seconds to deliver her table topic. Toastmaster Gaurav spoke for 1 minute 50 seconds. Toastmaster Simranjit was a bit tenacious on her topic and took 2 minutes 45 seconds. Toastmaster Saurav spoke for 1 minute 34 seconds. And guest Sonal spoke for 42 seconds. That concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arpit. I would now first like to launch the polls for the best auxiliary role players. Here goes. Please vote for the best auxiliary role player. Timer Saurabh Khan, Arpit Jain, our counter Kabir, and Saurabh Khandra as the. I'm sorry. Whoever is voting for Saurabh Khandra, the vote will count for Khushbu. I have actually made a mistake. I have entered her name. Sorry. So who is voting? Whoever is voting for Saurabh is voting for Khushbu. Khushbu, I'm really sorry. So we still have two more votes to go. In the count of 10 seconds, I'll close the polls. Okay, closing the polls now. Okay, give me a second. Just 1 second, 1 second. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so far it has been going good. I'll now do my evaluation for the evaluators. Toastmaster Saurav as the table topic evaluator did a fantastic job. He has a smiling face, witty tone of voice, and he actually creates such a positivity around that his evaluation do not look evaluation. They look like he's actually interacting with the people. So good to see Toastmaster Saurav becoming a great speaker by leaps and bounds. Thank you so much, Saurav. Let's give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Saurav. My tag team, we had the two debutant Toastmasters in the meeting. The timer was Toastmaster Arpit. He was short, crisp, and precise. What I need to recommend here is that the whole meeting has to be timed from the sergeant at arms till the end to the presiding officer. Please take care in the next time. Not a issue. You have done a fantastic job. The AHA counter Toastmaster Kabir is a veteran Toastmaster now. He is a regular feature in our club meetings now, and he's taking his roles very, very seriously. And he takes a lot of concentration and focus in the meeting. I don't see him getting disturbed by anything. So kudos to Toastmaster Kabir for his dedication and passion to the role he's always given. Thank you, Toastmaster Kabir. Toastmaster Khushbu. I called her up yesterday itself to take the role, and it took her, I think, not more than 12 hours to take this very tedious role of a grammarian. She came up with the fantastic word tenacious and an idiom of the day. She matched it with the theme, and she did a fantastic job as the grammarian. And it was, I have no recommendation for her. She has done a fantastic job. Everything that I briefed her in my 5 minutes of telephonic call with her, she grasped and did everything by the word. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Khushbu, for taking the role for the last minute. Thank you so much. The general evaluation comes with it that the meeting started on time, is almost ending on time. It was a perfect session delivered by Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Simranjeet, taking up a chunk of the time to give us her anecdotes and details about the word anxiety, and the fears that we have. I hope everyone has learned a lot from what she has done right now. And if we have time, we will also have a workshop that she will do, or a Q&A after this general session, evaluation session is over. The meeting started on time and ended on time. That we are doing the time management right, is ending on time. The number of people in the meeting was quite large, and suddenly it has deviated and gone down because some of the guests might have left the meeting because maybe they have other challenges online. It's very normal. But next week we are meeting offline, and we are going to make it a big meeting. Guys, we are closing to our 300th meeting and the 6th anniversary of Toastmasters Club of Delhi. And we are going to have a very good session post these 3 meetings. And then that will be an offline meeting, and we'll really going to have a lot of fun. That will be all from my end. I would like to hand over the stage back to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Simranjeet. But before that, I would like to launch the poll for the best role player. Just a second. Yes. So the best role player are Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Simran, me as General Evaluator, and Table Topic Master, Mayank Khatri. Looking for 6 votes. Okay, all done. I'm closing the poll. Thank you so much. Over to Toastmaster Simranjeet to continue the meeting further. Thank you so much. Toastmaster Simranjeet.
Thank you so much, TTM Shahid. So yeah, I would like to end the meeting with a quick, easy meditation that can really help you with anxiety. I mean, anxiety is more about when we are constantly either thinking of the future, that what might happen in the future, or we are also ruminating in the past. So what things happened in the past and why did they happen, and what was your role in it, and I could have done it differently, or I could have done that differently. So all these things are something that contribute to your anxiety. So one meditation that can really empty your mind. I would like to also clarify that meditations are not for emptying your mind, or you should never do meditation with the thought that you should not think anything, right? So there are some techniques that eventually give you that effect, but you should never do meditation with the thought that you should not think anything. You should always welcome thoughts, and with the technique that you are doing meditation with, eventually it will give you an effect that your mind has been silenced. I would love to share one of the exercises with you. If you are comfortable, then you can close your eyes and sit back and relax. And just pay attention to the tip of your nose for a few seconds. Pay attention to the tip of your nose for a few seconds. Now try to hear this word, one, at the back of your mind, as if you could hear it. Try to think about it. One, one. The softer it is, the more effective it is. So let it go soft. One. One. And if any of your thoughts are coming, let it be. Let it be. Let them come. If you are feeling something, let yourself feel. Don't resist anything. And just keep going back to this word. One. One. Like an anchor. One. Allow yourself to feel whatever you're feeling. Allow yourself to think whatever thoughts are coming to your head. And just go back to the word. One. One. Keep going back. One. 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 Slowly come back to the present moment. Pay attention to your breath again. Give yourself a nice deep breath. Start moving your hands, and whenever you feel like opening your eyes, you can open your eyes. So meditation is something you will get better with practice, but whoever was able to do it would have experienced that with time they must have gotten to a stage where there were very less thoughts, or they must have gotten to a stage where the mind got silenced completely. So it's something that will come with practice, but that is what the agenda of this meditation practice, that to emptying your mind, like in have you seen your browser? If you open like 100 tabs in it, and then you try and open another tab with Gmail and you try to type, and then it's not letting you type. You type and the cursor is not moving at all. That's how your mind works. So if you have opened a lot of tabs in your mind and you try to do another or focus on another task, it would not let you completely focus on it. So this exercise will help you to close all those tabs first, so that you could focus on what you need to do with like 100%. That's all from my end. If somebody has to ask something, I'm open for questions.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, like, if somebody wants to read up more on self teaching methods to handle anxiety or stress when you're in such a situation, not technical stuff, but small helpful hints. Are there any books in the market which we can use?
Yes, yes. I will ping you some that
Okay.
has helped me deal with it.
Could you repeat?
I will go through my collection and I will ping you some books. I will go through my collections because I've been reading a lot. So I will go through my collection. I will pick some of the best and I will send it to you.
If you want to really read a very small book, I'll recommend one. Read Who Moved My Cheese.
Okay, yeah.
I've read that.
That is an interest.
Just read that book, and if you can really get the gist of that book, you will be able to control your anxiety. Anxiety is actually a devil's workshop of an empty mind. If your mind is full of things that are disciplined and under a routine, you will never get anxiety.
Yeah, that's true.
Please continue, Simran, if you have anything else. Simran, we have lost your voice.
I would definitely share a few books with you. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Hear me?
Okay.
Okay. Yes, so I would definitely share a few of my books. Name of my books.
Okay.
Am I
Simran, can I
audible?
take over? Yes, you are audible, Simran. Simran, you are audible.
Sure, am I audible?
Am
I audible? Okay, so any other question?
I don't think there are any questions. Let me share the polls so that we can quickly wrap up this meeting before time and on time. Okay, any guesses for the best role player? Sorry, the best auxiliary role player. Any guesses?
Khushbu in the name of me.
Okay. Yes, Toastmaster Khushbu Rastogi has the best auxiliary role players. Any guesses for the best table topic speaker?
Kabir sir, I guess.
Oh wow. Yes, Toastmaster Kabir, best table topic speaker. Any guesses for the best evaluator? No guesses. Toastmaster Saurabh as the best evaluator. And the best role player. Any guesses? Mayank, Shahid or Toastmaster Simran?
Simran.
Without a doubt, Toastmaster Simran. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. We had a fantastic meeting, and unfortunately, the guests have left, so I have no one to take a feedback from. So I can ask you all, what is your take on this meeting today? Yes, Saurav.
Yeah, the biggest take from this meeting, what I understand that I practice the right thing unknowingly. What Simranji just highlighted, that when you are anxious more, you go to the safest place. Okay, so what I understand that is my bed is the most safest place. And control on your breath. Okay, so when you are slept, you actually have control on your breath. So unknowingly, I am practicing the right thing. Thank you, and back to you, DTM side, sir.
Thank you
so
so
now
much,
I
Saurav.
think knowing this, Saurav sir might even want to be more anxious that he can go to.
That's the point. That's the point. Yes. Anyone else? Anyone else would have any suggestion, feedback?
No, sir, my feedback is I'm very happy that the club decided to keep 2 sessions online, because I was very disappointed when one by one all the clubs were going offline and my chances of participating in more clubs were dwindling. So this is a very good move by your club, and I really appreciate it. Being from so not in Delhi and so far off, this really opens a new door for me to participate with more members of Toastmasters. So thank you so much.
You're most welcome. You're most welcome. Anyone else? Khushbu?
I have
Yes, Arpit.
I have one suggestion, like for offline meetings also, can't we do this kind of thing? Like we can have system installed at that place, and whosoever is attending online, they can also be there in
Yes,
offline meetings also.
we are planning on a hybrid meeting. It needs a lot of equipments and a lot of participation from members. So we need a cameraman, we need an audio man, we need a tech master. So we need at least 3 or 4 people who can actually work on it. And the space that we are right now in VSelect, it does not have the equipments or the facilities, hardware for tech support of that kind. But we are working on it. Just stay tuned with us. Bring in more members. The only thing that we are looking at is more and more members. Once we have more members, we will definitely go for a better venue, a fantastic venue, and go for a hybrid meeting.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Khushbu, you have any feedback?